Hello everyone, welcome to Altcoin Mentors YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and today I'm going to be analyzing Bitcoin in three different time frames: long-term, medium-term, and short-term. So one of the things that you might notice differently about my charts is that I use a different type of candle, and it's called Heikin-Ashi. So I'll show the biggest difference between Heikin-Ashi and a regular candle is that Heikin-Ashi is a trend candle. So as it's going higher and higher and higher, or lower and lower and lower, it pretty much just stays one color. So the biggest difference I'll show you now is you can see the difference that it might make. So as it's going higher and higher and higher, here in from November all the way to the beginning of this year, you'll see that in regular candle form, it goes from green to red, green to red. But when you go into Heikin-Ashi, you'll see that it's been pretty much just green the whole time. What this does is it enables you to stay in a trade a little bit longer, so that you can take some profits and ride the wave. Because here at Altcoin Mentors, we have a couple of phrases which I'm sure that everyone has heard. The trend is your friend. Don't create waves, ride them. And that's really what we're trying to do. So for the last few years, the trend and the wave just has been up. But recently, as of January 16th, the trend has changed from a long-term bull into a long-term bear. So the other thing that you'll notice on our charts is that you'll see red lines. And the red lines signify long-term support and resistance. Now, one of the things about support and resistance is that these areas are bands. They're just areas of importance. They're not like hard numbers. So a lot of times people will use numbers like 11,000, 10,000, and they'll say this is where people will buy stuff. And yes, maybe that's true. But it's in that zone. So the zone really is anywhere around those significant numbers might be support or resistance. And in the long-term aspect, we have support and resistance lines at 19,100, around 16,400, closer to where we are now, around 13,000, and around 11,000. So now let's look at some medium-term charts so we can make some trades. So the medium-term trend changed on January 10th, a little bit earlier than the long-term trend. So we're looking at a 4-hour chart, once again in Heikin-Ashi, and now you'll see some green lines. So the green lines are the medium-term support and resistance levels. So they're not as significant as the red. The red are always important, or more important, and they can override the greens. But in a medium time frame, what you want to do is you want to be cognizant of the green support and resistance lines, because we're going to be swinging. So swing trades are trades that might last anywhere from 2 to 3 days to 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how long the wave might go. So if you look at our short signal on the 16th, which coincided with our long-term trend change, our entry point would have been around 13,907. And you could take in short-term profits at around 13,000, 11,791, 11,000, or all the way here at the bottom at 9,400. Then once again, another short-term, after it started coming back up, another short-term signal came at 12,547. And you could have taken profits at 11,791, 11,000, or for us, we exited at 10,800. Not bad. It's not 5x, 10x, but the market right now is not going to give you 5x, 10x. The market is in a long-term short, in a medium-term short, and when you look at the short-term charts, also in a short-term short. So here we have another color. We have a magenta. So this will be short-term support and resistance. So here, because we're way below that level, 14,158. But if we zoom out, you'll see that that 14,000 level is an important level in a shorter time frame. But currently, it's really not. So last week, the signals for the medium term and the short term came at around the same time, around 12,300 range. You could have once again taken profits at 11,700, 11,000, Another short signal came in at 11.6 if you had taken profits around 11,000. And our target really was around 9,400. And once again, here on a short-term trade, we exited at 10.6, a little bit faster of an exit than our medium-term swing trades. And what I'm really looking for is to go short again. I'm not looking to go long, at all. So my short will probably come around this level here, around 11,000. So currently the price is at 10,993. I'm waiting for a confirmation to the downside, which might come around 10,900. So about $80 more. I might take another short, and my target once again would be around here, around 9,400. So I'm not really looking to go long anytime soon. The trend for all three has been short, short, short. And this is called a time frame alignment. So usually you can have smaller waves inside of a long-term bull. But the best signals are signals that have time frame alignment, when the short term, the medium term, and the long term are all basically going one direction. This way, what you're doing is you're giving yourself a better chance of being in a more successful trade. That's what we're trying to do now. We're just trying to go and be as successful as we can, making our short-term day trades. And that's why we look at the medium term and the long term. And because they're all short in a seller's market, all we're trying to do is take short-term profits to the downside. Well, thank you for watching.